manufacturing plants commissioned in Obosi, Anambra State. Anambra State Governor Soludo reaffirms commitment to building a greater Anambra. Stakeholders advocate for a stronger foundation for Nigeria education sector. Firefighter dies while tackling wildfire in Canada. Before the news in details, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning and welcome to the news. My name is Nonye Nwokoye. Now, the government of Anambra State has wooed Tiger Foods Manufacturing Company on partnership in the emerging manufacturing ecosystem in the state. Governor Soludo made a call when he commissioned the company's manufacturing and vegetables processing plant at Kilometer 4 Onitsha Owerri Road, Obosi. A Government House correspondent Ejike Abana has details of that report.
Speaking, Governor Soludo, who recalled his administration's efforts in provision of palm and coconut seedlings to Anambra, said that he is in serious search of areas of partnerships, pointing out that the story of how Tiger Foods started is a definition of ingenuity and innovation, while highlighting some of his government's advancements in the manufacturing sector to include establishing industrial park and city, establishing export emporium, among others. He stressed that there are economic potentials in the agriculture value chain, revealing that his government is intentional about engineering a new ecosystem in the sector. According to the governor, what Tiger Foods is doing ties into his administration's efforts of transforming the economy from being importation-driven to exportation-driven, as contained in his manifesto.
Why I'm struck by this is that one of the items on our manifesto was this from importation to exportation. That we're now going to be targeting the 10 to 20 largest importers in every sector. We'll be having sessions with them very soon to discuss what we can do to help them go from importation to manufacturing first here in Anambra, and having manufactured here in Anambra over time to now get into exporting.
Earlier, the chairman and managing director of Tiger Foods Limited, Chief Celestine Ebubogu and Don Ebubogu, respectively, gave a brief history of how the company started from their mother, who was into local spices, as they blossomed to become the largest spice-producing company in West Africa, marketing Anambra to the world. They reaffirmed that they will remain committed to their Kuluono philosophy and said that they are ready for partnership with the state government.
Tiger Foods was incorporated in 1996. Before then, we have been into local manufacturing of food condiments. Spices started by our mother. Today, everybody knows that the company is the largest spice producing company in West Africa.
There is a whole lot to agriculture which our people are not getting it right. But when we talk about agriculture for industrial production, we talk about a whole lot. So why I'm saying this is that we are equally ready to partner with you to begin to look at some of the areas where Anambra can have strength in partnering with us. Then we will take some of these products and then create more weight for our people.
The governor, who was also accompanied by his wife, Mrs. Nonye Soludo, later took a tour around the facility. In attendance were Chief of Staff to the Governor, Mr. Ernest Ezajuri, Commissioner for Industry, Mr. Christian Udechukwu, among others. The high point of the event was commissioning of the manufacturing plant. Ejike Abana, ABS News.
Governor Chukwuma Soludo has reaffirmed his commitment to building a greater Anambra State that will be the preferred destination for people to live, do business, invest, and relax. The governor stated this while inspecting the ongoing Ekulobia flyover with bus terminal. A correspondent, Valentine Mbadoga, fired the report taken from her.
Soludo noted that the project will position the city to be able to attract people from other parts of the world when completed. He thanked the people of the community and surroundings for their cooperation, saying that Ekulobia, as the 4th largest urban center, will be great and transformed with the project and the modern market that will also follow suit.
I think it's planned. Oye choilo ibe manacho amiko waliuna ako wala miunu na agwata ukosia. Choilo ibe enwe nke abụlụ ilo enwe kwa space ikwesịrị inye from ebe a ilo kwụsịrị nke gọọmenti nwe ije lụrụ ife lụpụta ya n'akụkụ gọta ma akwa na-anaba aghara ka ịlụrụ ibe a.
The governor pleaded with the contractor to deliver the project even before the execution time, assuring government's unflinched support. He used the occasion to advise Indian Anambra to always avoid encroaching on government's lands while building.
This thing, you can cut off the execution time because they could have 18 months. But I'm counting on you. The people are waiting. You will deliver not 18 months. I am asking you before the people, pleading with you to deliver it far, 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 far before 18 months.
The people of the community who trooped out in excitement to welcome the governor used the opportunity to sing happy birthday songs in commemoration of his 63rd birthday anniversary. Dignitaries that joined the inspection include the wife of the governor, Mrs. Noyen Soludo, House member representing Agwata Constituency 2, Honorable Tony Mobike, Chief of Staff to the governor, Mr. Ernest Ezajue, the chairman, Anambra State Sports Development Commission, Mr. Patrick Onyedum, among others.
Now, on a 3-day annual zonal conference of the Evangelical Fellowship in the Anglican Communion, EFAC, Oka Zone, have ended with a call for everyone to be spiritually and physically alert. The conference, which was brought to an end with a special thanksgiving at the All Saints Anglican Church, Amenyi Oka, was tagged "The Kingdom Mandate, Make Ye Disciples." ABS religion correspondent Amaka Chibuzokoye filed this report.
The conference was aimed at reminding the faithful of the mandate of the evangelizing all the nooks and crannies in winning souls for Christ, as well giving hope to the hopeless, more especially in a moment like this. In a sermon tagged "Be Heavenly Minded and Physical Alert," the vicar, Venerable David Ezobi, who is the diocesan EFAC chaplain, said some people are only running Christian race, minding only for heaven's sake, and are earthly useless, stating that it is important that all should watch and pray, for enemies are looking for who to devour. Venerable Ezobi noted that inasmuch as they will be spiritually and physically alert, that they should also attend to their duty post with wisdom and undiluted words of God.
We are encouraged to be spiritually alert and be physically alert also. When we are spiritually minded, we will be fervent in our prayers, but we must not stop on praying only.
On his part, the EFAC East Block Secretary, Venerable Dr. Emeka Eze, who spoke extensively on making disciples of all nations, maintained that all should remain committed to searching and meditating on the words of God, reminding members that their characters should reflect that of Christ so as to make impact in other people's life. On his part, the zonal coordinator of Oka Diocesan EFAC, Mr. Michael Madumelo, said it has been a tradition for an annual camp meeting where they look at mandate and task of God, and as vessels of change, they keep sensitizing the public that until they accept Christ in their lives, then will the society be a better place.
Until Christ is inculcated in the life of people to affect their character and change their morality, the nation can never be built. The communities can never be built, even families. And that is why we are not relenting, irrespective of how he cleared the tax may be.
In their separate speeches, the Oka Sub-Zonal Coordinator, Evangelist Ushe Ihunne, and the Planning Committee Chairman, Elder Nnamdi Uyanwa, noted that through the conference, they reach out to members of the church and society at large in teaching them the primary call of God, thereby encouraging them to come back to Christ. Lending her voice were the Publicity Secretary of Oka Diocesan EFAC, Mrs. Comfort Orakwelo, who said they were enriched with the words of God which will strengthen them to do the work of his ministry till next annual conference, asking all to hold on to what they garnered from the conference to work for Christ, and when they do so, blessings of God will be sufficient for them. The conference featured exposition, praises, soul lifting, healing, salvation, and many others. Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
Thank you, Amaka. Now, Radio, Television and Theatre Arts Workers Union, Ratau, Anambra State Chapter, has organized a one-day capacity building seminar for its members in Oka. The seminar, with the theme Effective and Sustainable Work Culture, was well attended by the national, zonal and state chapel officials of the union, including the zonal woman leader, Comrade Ifeyinwa Eze, Chairman Ratau ABS Oka Chapter, Comrade Obiajulu Soke, and his ABS Onitsha counterpart, Comrade Amaka Mbanugo, among others. Njideka Okoye was there.
Speaking at the seminar, the Asatu Youth President, Comrade Ken Okoli, who acknowledged the importance of the union in actualizing the 5 key pillars in the blueprint of the present administration in developing Anambra State, noted that the union has a great role to play in shaping our perception in the society, urging them to join force together and support Governor Chukwuma Soludo in achieving his dream of a prosperous and livable homeland.
To take this campaign, I believe in Anambra campaign to every nook and cranny of the state.
In his presentation on the Union and You Quest for Leadership and Excellence, the National Vice President of Ratau Southeast Zone, Prince Emeka Kalo, who gave brief history of the union, said that the essence of union is to galvanize and encourage the members to show optimum productivity in their workplace, adding that for one to have quest to be a good leader, the person must be a good follower, supportive and diligent, as foundation for quality leadership is service, and urged the members to live up to expectations.
I advise Ratau members, who, knowing that they are the largest union for media and cultural workers in Nigeria, that they should live up to that.
A resource person who is also the chairperson Ratau Anambra State, Comrade Maureen Stone Enujoke, that spoke on personal development as critical need for career advancement, explained that creativity is the act of turning new and imaginative ideas into reality, noting that creativity is crucial in developing our mindset and it requires passion and commitment.
The ability for you to have that imaginative ideas and the ability for you to create a solution.
Speaking on personal development and how critical it is to career advancement, Comrade Enujoke stated that, among other things, personal development is an ongoing process that keeps individuals competitive in the job market and increase their chances of career success. The chairman, Ratau Arts and Culture Chapter, Comrade Nneka Uweshia, who stated that the seminar was aimed at enhancing professional skills and knowledge in the ever-evolving cultural landscape to become better than what they used to be, noted that the information and knowledge obtained from the seminar will help them to stay abreast of the latest trend of the industry, and also to equip them with the necessary tools to scale through the challenges ahead. In a vote of thanks, the secretary of the chapter, Comrade Ugochukwu Anebogo, thanked all who made the day a success and promised that they will put into practice all they have learned for greater productivity. Njideka Okoye, ABS News.
The need to provide conducive atmosphere for quality teaching and learning where children would be tutored in both character and learning has been emphasized. The Pro-Chancellor, Legacy University Okija, Professor Leonard Nkanneme, stated this at the university's matriculation arena during the institution's 7th matriculation ceremony. Our correspondent Ngozi Obileri covered the event and our reports.
250 students were admitted into Legacy University Okija to study, addressing the matriculants, parents and guardians, as well as friends and well-wishers of the institution. Professor Nkanneme explained the journey of the institution since 2017, how it has fared in tutoring children that have not just benefited the school, but the society and their immediate family members. Noted that the founding fathers of the institution are not out to make gains, but to provide opportunity for every child to be educated. He urged parents to enroll their children into the school since their tuition is pocket-friendly and they ensure that their students graduate both in academic, character and moral.
The attention of the state government, and equally a reminder to the government to the deplorable state of the 1.6-kilometer major road to the university.
While constituting the congregation into a matriculation arena, the Vice Chancellor of the institution, Professor Ezekiel Ihioma, who later read an address of welcome, described the institution as a lifelong legacy established for the benefit of mankind and said that education is a public-private partnership venture which needs a synergy between parents and the institution to achieve the desired aim.
Hereby constitute this gathering as matriculation assembly for the purposes of completing the admission process of freshmen and freshwomen into the undergraduate programs of Legacy University.
In their separate speeches, some parents and friends of the institution, including Chief Ignatius Nnobia and Mrs. Obegeli Odogu of the ABS, whose son was among the matriculants, said that the name of the school has demonstrated why it was established, advising the new intakes to read their books and avoid any acts that can mar their future.
What I will tell him is to be very, very focused, determined, and know what he has come here for. He shouldn't be running around playing, maybe running around playing with girls, boys, you know, their normal way of life.
The Dean, Students Affairs of the school, Mrs. Chinyere Ibe, while presenting the 2021-2022 matriculants, emphasized that the school has zero tolerance for exam malpractice, cultism, prostitution, and other social ills, saying that the school authority is proud of the graduates of the institution. Earlier in a homily to usher in the matriculation ceremony, Reverend Father Basil Omonna, who is the acting registrar of the school, noted that the institution promotes unity, oneness and love, as the students are taught how to react to issues and how to relate with one another. The Vice Chancellor, Professor Ihioma, later admitted the matriculants officially with a matriculation vow. The event featured cutting of matriculation cake, drama and cultural performance by the students. From Legacy University Okija, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
Stakeholders in the education sector have agreed that laying strong foundation in the primary and secondary schools in Nigeria will be a game changer for tertiary education in the country. Speaker after speaker at the inaugural Professor Julius Okogie lecture series on what next in the nation's university system in Abuja called for it to work in the school's curriculum to meet the present-day demands in education. ABS Abuja Bureau Chief Princess Ekuya Jide has details of the report.
According to the Acting Executive Secretary of the National Universities Commission, NUC, Chris Meyaki, it is solely for this reason that the NUC employed the assistance of university managers to tailor the curriculum according to their needs.
For the first time, now have the latitude, to populate 30% of what they consider fit for purpose. They tailor-make this curriculum to fit their own purpose.
In her lecture on what next in the nation's university system, Professor Ameze Gobadia highlighted different approaches to strengthening Nigeria's university system to include, among other things, digitalization of schools library, financial autonomy, and improved curriculum, while our former Deputy Executive Secretary of NUC, Mr. Akimbode Aboye, advocated for proper funding of universities and their freedom as the key to better university system.
In the interim, important formulas of funding will have to be worked out and agreed to by all the stakeholders.
Once we are able to get the primary and the secondary educational foundation rights, the university one will just flow. So I think that is what we should do.
In Abuja, Princess Ekwi Ajide reporting.
On the foreign scene, we have a report that a third firefighter has died in Canada while battling the country's worst wildfire season on record. Authorities said the firefighter died tackling the Donny Creek fire near Fort St. John in the West Province of British Columbia. People are evacuating an area further south in the province near the U.S. border as fires swell out of control. A third of all fires currently raging in Canada are in British Columbia. So far this season, Canadian wildfires have burned about 30 million acres of land, more than the land area of South Korea or Cuba. And from New Zealand, New Zealand picked up an unwanted record by becoming the first host nation knocked out of the Women's World Cup group stages after its 0-0 draw against Switzerland yesterday, with Norway thrashing the Philippines 6-0 in the other Group A game. The football fans needed to beat its Swiss opponent to secure a place in the last 16, but was unable to find a breakthrough in front of an excited crowd at the Dundee Stadium. New Zealand struggled to get to grips with a cagey match and failed to create many chances on goal. The results today mean Switzerland go through as the group winners, with Norway progressing as the runner-up ahead of New Zealand on goal difference. And with that sports news, we conclude the news for this morning. But remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Anambra Broadcasting Service, subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television Oka, on Twitter at ABS Radio TV, on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And the main news again. Tiger Foods manufacturing plants have been commissioned in Obosi, Anambra State. Anambra State Governor Soludo has reaffirmed commitment to building Greater Anambra. Stakeholders have advocated for a stronger foundation for Nigeria education sector. And on the foreign scene, firefighter has died while tackling wildfire in Canada. And before the news, now to conclude the news, the special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's continue to give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's it on the news. We thank you so much for watching. My name is Nonye Nwokoye, and we are wishing the First Lady of Anambra State, Mrs. Soludo, a very happy birthday. Good morning and have a great day.